guys, Kittykatlapurr here, and today I'm going to show you everything that I have found that's new on ASA. But don't forget to let me know in the comments below if you found anything that I may have been missing. But first off, I want to say a great big thank you to all my current subscribers. You guys are amazing, and I seriously couldn't do it without you. And if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button for pro-ish art content. And if you do like what I provide for you today, feel free to hit that like button. And guys, I'm aiming for the big 20,000 this year, so help me go big or go home and you all get a cookie. Yay! So now that that shameless plug is over, let's start off. First, we're going to start with the creatures. And if you guys did not know this, you can now access your creature's inventory just by holding R. So I have my otter on my shoulder, holding all my artifacts, but I can put stuff in him as well, and it also helps reduce my weight too. Only by a little bit, but it still helps. Next, if you're riding your creature in third person, you can now adjust the view distance by holding left alt and scrolling back and forth to a view that fits you best. You can also hit C to go back to default and hold left alt again to get rid of the scroll menu. I found this one out by surprise, but dung beetles now collect poop automatically. And all overrafters collect fertilized and unfertilized eggs as well. But you do still have to put them on wander to make them do the rest that they usually do. You can also now track tamed and untamed dinos, either by going on the dino itself in the radio menu and clicking tracking info, and then you have your toggle tracking. And you can also toggle the POI, so you can get rid of the little things that are around the map if you wanted to. You can also go into your inventory tracking and click all your tame dinos and maybe one that you are taming. But I do have a video on all the new map features, so be sure to check it out. Now let's move on to hotbar, inventory, and things like that. Your tools now show decay on them. This one is half used, while this one is brand new. You can see a little bit of difference on how much usage you have on it, which is quite handy if you're not paying attention to how much it's going down. You now have a visual off the hotbar. Now we don't have chibis yet, but you now have a spot where you can put your chibi and still use your offhand, which is awesome because if you are using your shield, you now don't have to worry about losing your cute little chibi pet. Now on your hotbar, you can switch between items quickly that are in your inventory. All you have to do is hold Q and use 9 or 0, pull through, and it has everything that's in inventory. This is probably really great for builders, or if you need to quickly get a different type of weapon hidden in your inventory. All you have to do is hold Q to get back to your regular one. And speaking of quick switches, you can now hold R when you have a weapon in your hand, and you can switch between different ammo that it would use. So I can go from bullets to tranks quite quickly. That's super handy for all your quick taming needs. Now for all those crafting and building folks, there's a lot of really cool things that I've noticed that I'm sure you guys have already noticed too. But just in case you don't know, you can now track the resources you would need to build one thing. And it will tell you when you have everything you need. This also works for smithy items as well. And I'm sure it works for Fabby and tech items too. We now have consolidated engrams. So for example, if you're looking for a storage or a bookshelf, it's right here. When you craft said item and then go to place it, right now I have the storage. But if I want to switch to a bookshelf, all I have to do is hit R and it will go to bookshelf. I can now place a bookshelf to storage. This also works for walls, doorways, and window walls as well as I'm sure many other things that have been added. And for a bonus, we actually got something added to the game that we've never had. We now have behemoth wooden gates, which is super nice to have, so you're not using all your stone right off the bat. And a bonus point is, have you ever actually picked up the gateway before the door and lost everything from the door? It now automatically picks it up. Another cool thing that has been added, which is super awesome, is being able to lower or rise foundation. All you have to do is left click once and then move your mouse up and down. Lower it as far as possible. No more annoying pillaring when you're trying to build your cool raft base. And a nice little bonus for building is that if you place items in the snow, they now have snow in them. How neat is that? If you didn't know this, when you're in creative mode, when you place something, it automatically replenishes. This is going to be great for builders so they don't have to keep going back and forth to remake an extra 20. Speaking of rafts, they also have sliders now too if you hold left alt. You can zoom in and out, hit C to reset to default, and again, hold left alt to remove. This is great if you do have that extra big build and need to see over it while you're driving it. Here's some additional little extras. If you have fuel in your cooking pot or your fireplace or anywhere else that requires fuel, there is now a timer on it. As you can see below, it tells me I have 24 minutes left with the fire that I have in the campfire. The fire now shows you the consumables, so you don't have to guess what you're cooking. The cooking pot also has recipes that can be trackable for what you need. And of course, all the beautiful dyes. There also have been some recipe changes that also add new berries to the game, like the cyan berry, the Megan berry, and the verd berry. Now, there's been a ton of extras. There's a couple things that I didn't mention, like all the babies, water and irrigation plus the electricity, and also turrets being placed. Those ones I'll make a video on, minus the turrets, because PvP is unknown to me, so I'll save that for them. But guys, if I did miss anything, let me know in the comments below. And with that, that's where I'm going to leave you guys. If you did like what I provided for you today, feel free to hit that like button. And if you're new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys have a super magical day, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.